IBM just made your OpenAI bill optional. Granite 4.2 dropped this morning. 30 billion parameter reasoning model. Apache 2.0, free to download and run for money. No per token fee. No rate limit, no provider. The agency charging you $2,000 a month for a chatbot? Bad week. The SaaS wrapper adding 40% margin on top of GPT-4? Worse week. And OpenAI's pricing page did not blink. I'm Stewart. If you have watched your OpenAI or Anthropic invoice climb every single month, Granite 4.2 is the one you have been waiting for. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what shipped, why it cost the price of a server instead of a per token bill, which of your paid workloads move over this week, and what you tell your developer Monday morning. And one number in the benchmark table decides whether you swap the 8B or the 30B first. Stay for it. Here is what shipped. IBM released Granite 4.2 as a family of 3 models, 3 billion parameters, 8 billion and 30 billion. All decoder-only reasoning models, all trained on roughly 15 trillion tokens, all released under the Apache 2.0 license. Apache 2.0 means commercial use is fine, modification is fine, private deployment is fine, and IBM does not get a cent per query you run. The 30B scores 57 on SWE Bench Verified. SWE Bench Verified is the real-world coding benchmark the Frontier Labs quote. It scores 89 on AIME25, it scores 77 on MMLU-Pro, and the 8B, the one that fits on a modest GPU box you can rent for a couple $100 a month, scores 47 on SWE Bench Verified. The headline answer, the one you clicked for, you can host a capable reasoning model in your own cloud and stop paying per token this week. Not someday, this week. Quick ask. Every free local model drop lands on this channel the day it ships, so subscribe and the next one finds you before your next invoice does. The exact commands, the model links, the configs I used in this video, they are in the pinned comment below, put there automatically. And if you want the full playbook for swapping paid API workloads onto open weights, join the Church of SEO Jesus, my free school community, link in the description. It is where I answer when a setup breaks. Watch this. I opened the Hugging Face API, asked for the Granite 4.23b model card, and got back the license, Apache 2.0, downloads on day 1, 653. Then I pulled the 4-bit quantized weight, the file that runs on a laptop, 2.1 gigabytes. Curl, one command, done. A real commercially usable reasoning model sitting on my hard drive that will never send IBM an invoice. Your competitor already did that this morning, did you? Here is the bit your developer needs to hear. Granite 4.2 talks to your code in OpenAI's own tool calling format. You serve it through vLLM, which exposes an OpenAI-compatible endpoint, which means the code you already wrote against GPT-4. Change the base URL string. Keep the tool definitions, keep the prompts, keep the whole stack. It just answers now instead of billing you. Let me do the money. If you are running a customer support triage bot that answers 1,000 tickets a day on GPT-4, you are probably looking at $3,000 to $5,000 a month in tokens. Rent a mid-tier GPU box, put the 8B on it, and you pay a fixed $600 to $1,000 a month, regardless of ticket volume. The economics flip the moment usage stops being tiny. The 3B fits on a laptop. Put it on an edge box and do all your cheap classification and routing there before anything expensive ever gets called. The 30B needs bigger hardware, but if you are already spending $15,000 a month on the Frontier AP-IS, a server that runs, it costs a fraction of that and your data never leaves your walls. Every ticket, every internal doc, every customer record you are sending to a third-party API stays on your metal now. Compliance teams will hug you. Now the honest part, because I'm not going to pretend this is free money. Someone has to run vLLM, someone has to keep the server up. If your business has zero technical bench, the free model costs you a developer instead of an API bill. The swap makes sense when your monthly API spend is comfortably above what a developer or an agency retainer would cost you. Rough rule, if you are past $3,000 a month in tokens, do it. If you're at 300, stay on GPT-4 and buy your time back. openhuggingface.co/IBM-Granite yourself right now. Look at the Granite 4.2 collection. Look at the Apache 2.0 tag on every model card. Proof is right there, not me telling you. The benchmark table is on the same page. Scroll to SWE Bench Verified. Look at the 30B row, 57. A number the Frontier Labs would love to erase. Here is who gets undercut first. Not the Frontier Labs. They still print money on the top end. The agency that sold your friend a 6-figure custom AI assistant that turned out to be a GPT-4 wrapper with a system prompt, their margin evaporates today. The SaaS tool that charges you $70 a user per month for an AI feature that is a thin wrapper around the same API, their pricing became indefensible today. Every wrapper business built between you and the model just lost the thing that justified its markup. And you, the operator watching this, get a window. Not forever. Maybe 6 months before your competitors' developers finish the same swap and the cost advantage becomes the new floor. Move first, and for the next couple of quarters you have a real margin edge that nobody in your category has priced in yet. One thing to tell your developer Monday morning: point the internal chatbot at Granite 4.28b on a rented GPU box this week. Measure the answer quality against your current GPT-4 output on your last 100 tickets. If it holds up, and on this benchmark class it will, you have your first swap. Do it before your next OpenAI invoice lands. Alibaba just quietly released a new Qwen model that changes how the 8B versus 30B decision plays out, and the trade-off surprised me. I am breaking it down in the next video, link on the end screen, see you there.